So as I said, we do have all these side quests, and let's just see the damage here. Oops, wrong button. That's quite a bit. Hopefully we can get through these pretty fast. That's 400. Which one am I? Nope, you're the closest. Wait, is this just another quest to excel? Oh my god.
All right there. What is it you're after, sir?
Just your opinion, actually.
Oh, maybe not.
I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Oh, him. Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they?
Oh, that's
Now,
the
he's
guy
trying
trying
to
to
drive
take
us out
over the
completely,
barracks.
threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
Make sure you take some feathers with you. Under new management, and also these are all related.
Not here.
This one should be pretty fast. I think we're just talking to some people.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, only for some noble to turn up and tell you got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
Okay, and I think there was one more. So, I think when I turned the game off, the last time I streamed, I was trying to find if there were any info on, like, game time and all that stuff. And I did find this area, oh, what the? It had, like, a percentage, and it had, like, how long we've played. I'm assuming the percentage is how far into the main story you are, based on maybe achievements or something like that. I don't see how else they could do it without additional
I've been
data.
hearing a lot of talk about a certain Duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
Why? Your stall is...
Okay. Well, like I was saying, according to the PS5, I've put 45 hours into this game, which is quite a bit. I mean, I know we've been doing all the side quests, and that has been taking up a chunk of our time for real. And I'm assuming, you know, if the other number is percentage of the game completed, 85% of the way done. I imagine if you skip the side quest, you might be able to beat this game in 30 hours. Wonder how quick the speedrun is. Oh, gosh. Should have been paying attention to that map. Yo, Cat, welcome to the stream. It's good I was gonna say it's good to see you, but I really can't see you.
Time to fight.
No time to fight. Time to do side quests. I mean, according to people in the chat,
I'll need to deal with these ones first.
level 50 is the max. Unless you do New Game Plus, which is kind of just like, whatever, I guess. So, I mean, if level 50 is the max in your first playthrough, I didn't realize how much my limit break went up with that move. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, if 50 is the max, we're at like a level 39. We could probably just finish the game at this level without too much worry. Oh yeah, I forgot we got Shiva last time. Protect. I don't think we've used Shiva. I don't remember seeing that ability. Oh, look at that. We got Ice Age back already. That's pretty quick.
Now
Okay.
to find this spherical echo.
Now I think we need to find
Let's
2
go.
more of those.
Run like the wind.
I think 2. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I probably have to pick it up. Oof, that would have sucked. I was looking at the quest and I was like, still got 3 more to do? Looks like I forgot to pick it up. I thought that thing we destroyed was what
This is it.
I was looking for.
Just 2 more to find.
Okay, let's just teleport back, finish off this quest, and then move from this direction. You feel like Tears of the Kingdom would get more appreciation if it was released later in the year. Yeah, I agree.
But there were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
Yeah, there's definitely a recency bias,
fret.
I imagine, when people are voting for these Game of the Year, things. I still not get over the fact that this game doesn't have a minimap.
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence.
On the dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but it seems my words fell on deaf ears. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way round. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us some men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
Okay, I think just 2 more soldiers. Man, it's nice that the map opens that quickly, but it's still kind of distracting, and I can't really... I never know which way my character's pointing.
You are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
And we missed him. I don't know what their decision was for this mini-map.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sandbreck is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
That's what they always say. Except that day never comes. Our last one. And then we can hopefully be done with this side quest. We can move on to the main story. I sense we're getting close to the end. And Odin is
Excuse
going
me,
to be our
do you have a
last
moment?
icon.
I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. But I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Who else do we gotta talk to? Someone. Let's see. We're not even going in the right direction. What games am I excited for in 2024? I'm not even sure about any games coming out. I have to look it up. Let's see. I got a list here. Well, I think the Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming out. That's the only one I can remember. Let's see. I'm looking at some list on GameSpot.
Captain, do you have a moment?
For you?
Nothing I care
Certainly.
about in January.
Clive, wasn't it? Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his
Let's see,
plan?
February, Tomb Raider 1 through
To
3
tell you the
remastered.
truth,
That might be
I'm
interesting.
in two minds. It's my
Final
sworn
Fantasy VII
duty as a
Rebirth,
captain of the
definitely.
Imperial Army to obey his orders,
March.
but I can't say I agree with him.
Princess Peach seems like a fun
Really?
game.
I remember you
Pink
saying that
Dragon's
you became a
Dogma
soldier to
2
protect the
looked
people
pretty
you
cool.
loved. The Dame included.
That's right. I did.
Well,
And nothing else.
she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
Based off that list, those are the ones I would
She's
pick.
probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
I wouldn't expect a whole bunch of crazy games for next year because 2023
It seems
just, like,
Philippe wants to do the right thing. at least.
overloaded with great
I expect
games.
Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing
There's
else.
a good chance that 2024 is going to be kind of a lull. I mean, as somebody who's been pretty much a Nintendo, Sony, PC kind of person, and watching the major companies make their games, I would imagine 2024 is going to be Xbox has got to do something in 2024. I would imagine it's their year. Unless Sony comes out with something. Oh, I guess another thing I'm excited for in 2024 is that Elden Ring DLC. A new God of War. And a new Miles Morales. Didn't they release a God of War this year? And Spider-Man 2 this year? Can they really make that game in a year?
Ah, Clive. How did you fare? Were you able to speak with the Duke?
Or I think maybe
I
God of War was
was,
2 years ago,
but-
maybe. But Spider-Man was this year.
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just
Oh
because
yeah,
of the Duke's
you're right.
rank,
I did read that wrong.
but because of his vision.
I thought as much.
A new
I
God of
sworn to
War
protect
game
Sunlight.
similar to
I
Miles
dare say I too would
Morales.
want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying.
Oh, you mean like the DLC
battle is
kind of
lost.
aspect to it? Maybe.
I don't know about
Can't
that.
imagine Kratos swinging from building to building.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
Why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope. and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach yet, especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then.
You won't have Kratos, it'll be about his son. Now, I've never really been into... I think the only God of War game I ever played was the first one. Like on the PS2. And I don't think I even beat that, so I can't really say much about it, but... I think his son has been in the last 2 games, right? Does he really have the pull? Oh man, look at all these quests. I can't imagine... Let's go here. I can't imagine if they do that game could be $70. Oh, I mean, I'm sure even if it is $70, people will buy it, but I don't know how much of a... definitely less people, I imagine. But who knows? Maybe people like the kid.
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Probably be 50.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word
I guess
that
we'll
the
see.
contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
Oh, this is another... Oh my god. Xbox will probably have a lot to offer next year since Xbox is really excited about the Game Awards. I mean, didn't they announce a whole bunch of games? I mean, who knows where Elder Scrolls 6 is? Maybe some DLC to Starfield. Maybe... Oh, didn't a whole bunch of stuff get released? Like, leaked? Wasn't there like a Morrowind remake? And there's a whole bunch of good stuff on there, I think, right?
What is it this time? More wild
You want a new
beasts?
Fallout?
Nothing like that.
That would be cool.
I just need you to go over to the
maybe then we
caravans
could
and
do
ask
a...
Elle how long we have until the
We
bearers
could do
arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these
We could do Let's
supplies
Plays of the
moved.
Fallout series.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
I think the only one I've beaten was 3. I played a little bit of 4, or a little bit of New Vegas, and I don't know, maybe I got halfway through Fallout 4. Never played the first 2, but those are more kind of, I don't want to say point and click, but kind of in that vein. Which I'm not totally against. We did do a couple Monkey Island games on this channel. You're excited for the new COD game next year because it's made by Treyarch, which made the Black Ops series. Had 4 years to work on the game. And I think the last game I played, the last Call of Duty game I played was, I think it was Black Ops 2.
Do you have any fresh water?
I think it was... I think it was on the PS3. I think it might have been Black Ops 2. Come on, this stupid map. Hard to find where to go. Oh, there we go. Probably walked right by it.
Don't blame yourself, Elle. This is their fault, not yours.
I know, but...
No buts about it, all right?
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican Army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the Army jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
Elle? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
I guess we'll find out soon enough, since the Game Awards is pretty much a little over a week away.
I thought we were the only ones the Fist were speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the Capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us, then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but... is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randalar and see if you can stop my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best.
Man, it's been 20 minutes. We haven't completed one side quest. Although we are...
to Randalar, then.
We are doing a couple of them at a time, I suppose. So we'll turn in a whole bunch. In your opinion, the God of War games got better than the last? Well, like I said, I haven't really played them, but I would imagine, at least story-wise, that's probably definitely true, even from somebody looking from the outside. But you know, to me, just looking at the game, it seems, I mean, you know, the mindless violence in the first three just seems like such a fun time. Whereas that, like, 2018 and Ragnarok just seem more reserved in the fighting. I think I own 2018 and Ragnarok. I think I bought 2018 to try it out and I never did. And I think Ragnarok came with my PS5. I mean, it's a digital copy, but it's still there.
Be safe.
Oh, come on, I don't want to fight you guys. Can you leave me alone? Perfect. Eloise.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the Consortium?
Dude, she's gorgeous.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves, and then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The Consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
Well, that's that. Let's not forget that they're pretty much buying people. I don't know how... I mean, I think she was trying to save them, in a way.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. But they deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Even if they're treated nicely,
Word
they're
from
still
Kashrop.
slaves.
The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need
Have we
help.
fought any
and
dragons? I don't think we fought any dragons.
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive.
Maybe
I'll
a
gather
small
some men and
dragon.
join you there. Just make sure he's safe.
Just when I thought this side quest was over, they pulled me back in.
Hold on, Theo.
Raiding places. Is that the one? Think that might be it. Well, whatever. Wasn't really paying attention to the name.